Congratulations on making it to step 4. This means that you're almost completely finished with the children's book project. You are only starting step 4 when your draft has an XE in PowerSchool. That means I've seen your words that you plan to put in your book and I've approved them. So that means you've already gotten feedback. If you haven't already gotten feedback and you don't have an XE on PowerSchool, you need to do step 3 first. Okay, so for those of you who are on step 4, great. Things that you need to remember for step 4. So now you're ready to actually make the book. And we've talked about this in other videos where you're not actually going to have a physical book like students in previous years. You're all going to be using Google Slides. You have to use the slide that is in Google Classrooms. That way I can give you feedback before it's 100% finalized. So go to your Google Classroom, open that slide, and you're going to have to add more pages, obviously, to that slide because it's only starting with 1. So now you're going to take your words. So whatever your words were in that Word document, or I'm sorry, in that Google Doc, you're going to copy and paste them into each page. So each page is a different slide. Then you have to find pictures. Now this can be a little bit challenging. When it comes to pictures, your pictures have to be appropriate for children. So some of you are doing things like the Holocaust, and when you do a Google search for images related to the Holocaust, you might find some things that really aren't kid appropriate. So you shouldn't be putting those into your book. So like a picture of a bunch of dead people shouldn't be in a children's book. Instead, I want you to think about what's happening on the page of your book. So you shouldn't just be finding random pictures and putting them there and saying you've illustrated your book. That doesn't make sense. You have to find pictures that are going along with whatever is happening on each page. So an example would be if you're doing whatever topic and there's someone in your story who is sad, you find a picture of somebody sad or use the sad emoji or something like that, and you put that into your book as your illustration. Pictures, most of you are probably going to find your pictures from the internet. So I'm taking a look at this person's from a few years ago. They have all of their pictures. These pictures are stolen. They didn't make them. So you are going to have to cite all of these pictures, and we'll come back to that in a few minutes. If you're an artist and you want to draw your pictures, so this student a few years ago drew all of her pictures, that's fine, but then you're going to have to upload them and put them into your Google Slides because we're not printing out our books because you can't physically hand them in to me. So if you can figure out how to draw your pictures and upload them, cool. And if you actually draw them yourself, then you don't have to cite them because you created them. So it's up to you if you're going to steal your pictures or if you're going to draw your pictures. Stolen pictures get citations. Hand-drawn pictures don't need citations. All right, now let's talk about our citations. Just like with your actual research that you did, your citations have to be done correctly. So you are not just copying the blue link and putting it in and calling it a citation. Your citations, you need to either use EasyBib or Oculus to do your citations. Otherwise, you've plagiarized, and that's a huge problem. Anybody who plagiarizes, just like we've talked about in the past, that's going to be an NE because you didn't do it properly. So make sure your citations are done properly. Citations should be the second to last thing in your book. So if I turn to this person's second to last page, they actually have a few pages of citations. So these are their works cited. And then they had even more works cited. And these are citations that they did correctly. So they didn't just take the blue link, they actually put it in EasyBib or Oculus to get the proper citation. All right, now let's talk about the front and the back cover. So the very first slide of your book should be whatever your front cover is. And then the very last slide of your book should be that summary. Now, some people get more creative than others with their back cover. So some people just have the words. So this person just has the words. Some people add in a barcode. This person didn't make this barcode, so they had to cite it because it's a picture that they stole. This person got even more creative. They have a background. They have some of their work cited. They put another little logo, other places to go. I've had some kids put little reviews on the back of their book, like a real book, like this gives, 5 stars from this website, whatever you want to do. So you can get real creative with that back cover or not. It's 100% up to you. So once you're 100% done with all of those things, this is going to be a project grade. So you want to make sure this is all in order and appropriately done. If you're looking to go a little bit above and beyond, you can video yourself reading this book and then send me that video. You don't have to video yourself, but you could video yourself. And I want to remind you that I do plan to choose some of the books that come out really well done, and I'm going to share them with a 5th grade class. So Mr. Commando's soon-to-be wife teaches 5th grade at Benjamin Jepson. She and I are in contact, so I told her usually my students go read at Conti West Hills. Obviously we can't do that this year. So would she be interested since she teaches 5th grade, and that's the grade level we went to at Conti? And she said she'd love to, so I can send her some of your books and she'll have her students read them. So I think that would be pretty cool. If you definitely don't want your book to be sent, you can let me know and I won't. But otherwise, I'm just gonna pick whose I think is really well done and I'm gonna send them to her so she can share them with her students. So if you have any questions, you have to let me know. Final drafts of these books, which means everything's in order, everything's approved, everything's perfectly done, that is going to be due for A-Day students on June 4th and for B-Day students on June 5th. So please make sure that you're doing your best to meet those deadlines because this final project matters a lot. All right, let me know if you have any questions.